Overall, pretty low-scoring first half. What changed for you guys offensively in the second half, outscoring them 36 to 28?
Um, just the flow of the offense. Just trying to find another open shots, the extra pass, and just being confident. Even though if we miss, just be confident in the next shot. And I just feel like we just coach running the good sets for us to exploit the defense, get good shots and make second half.
And Javante, you now have 5 straight 20-point performances. What have you found recently that has led to this burst of success offensively for you?
Really just being confident, finding the right spots to score, trying to get teammates open. They get me open, so that just makes the game much easier.
And defensively, you guys held Hill. I believe he's fifth in the MAC in points. You held him scoreless. What was the key to stopping that part of Ball State's offense?
One of our goals is always to, stop one of the main players. So we did that. We worked on it all week during practice. So it just led to the game.
And you guys, I feel like recently have put an emphasis on you guys' rebounding, winning the rebounding battle here again today, 38-36. How much of an emphasis have you guys put on that during this recent stretch?
We put a lot of emphasis on it. Last couple games, we got out rebounded, but this game is making sure that we kept Sparks and Pearson off the boards, and just making sure we box the guards out. They have a good guard who can rebound, so just making sure out the zone, we find them and just hit them.
For both of you guys, MAC tournament tips off about a week and a half. But are you guys already in the mindset right now that this is the tournament? Because we can't really afford any more losses.
Yeah, of course. We're always playing like it's our last game, so that's what it comes down to. We really want to get to Cleveland, so we're gonna play like it every game.
Marcus?
Yeah, it's the same thing. So we can't afford any more losses at this point in the season. And our goal is to make it to Cleveland and make it run in Cleveland. So right now, I feel like this stretch of the season, we're going from a good start. So I feel like I like the way we're playing right now.
Any more questions for our players? Okay. Thank you, guys. Coach, if you'd like to start with Cleveland State, and we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, really proud of this group. I mean, we had really good preparation. We've found this group is really united. They're really connected right now. Their intensity is phenomenal. I feel like the chemistry and our discipline right now is really strong. We're making good choices, and they've really bought into this defense that we're running now, and I think it's having a good result, and it's mainly because of their effort in it.
So, Coach, you guys offensively really felt like both teams, I guess, in the first half kind of hit a rut. Was there something that changed in the halftime? Was there something that you guys said that got the offense going, or was it just better looks?
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like, when shots aren't falling, and that's part of the game, and you got to credit Ball State. I mean, you have two teams fighting for their lives. And at this stage of the year, when you got teams like that, the defensive end is the first side that really gets ramped up in intensity, which makes it tougher to score. And the physicality was something that was a factor today on both ends because the teams are playing hard. And so you've got to do everything even more disciplined, cut harder. You've got to set better screens, wait on screens, communicate, all those things. I thought we just got a little bit better focus second half.
You talked about the physicality. Down low, Jemai Felt gets 10 rebounds. You guys hold Peyton Sparks to 7 boards. How crucial was that battle down low for you guys?
I mean, it was everything. It was one of the biggest priorities of the game was to win that battle. And we challenged Marcus, Jemai, those guys to win that one-on-one. But we send double teams, and our guys are scrappy. They're putting their hand in there, and they're just deflecting balls and just making it really difficult. And as a big guy, that puts a lot of doubt in your mind. If I'm gonna make this move, is someone gonna come and take the ball? And so we're just trying to make it unpredictable, and the guys did a good job with that.
And you guys only had 8 turnovers today. Ball State only scored 5 points off those turnovers. How pleased have you been with the ball control in the past couple games?
Yeah, and that's part of our DNA of our programs over the years. We always start with taking care of the ball, and at their place, we turned it over 10 times in the first half, which is very uncharacteristic of us, and so to have only 8 is a really strong number, and out rebound them. So you're going to win when you win the possession battle, you're going to give yourself an opportunity to win the game.
And I believe it was Felt, Campbell, and Green. Could be a different player, but I think it was those 3 guys with 3 fouls each. I think 16 minutes to go. None of them end up getting in real foul trouble. How happy were you to see the team stay out of the foul trouble and be able to keep momentum going?
Yeah, and that's part of our defense. Lends to a little bit less fouling. Putting guys on islands. It's such a connected deal. We have pockets and some variations of it that we can hide some guys, and so that's been good for us. And I think that's allowed us to keep guys on the floor. And I think that's an underrated thing that's helped our season here is to be able to keep guys on the floor with foul trouble.
You mentioned better team chemistry coming together a little bit. Can you point to any particular time or any particular reason why you guys have started to play better basketball at this point?
Yeah, this group has always been connected. And I felt like this is like the 5th version of this team. Usually you create an identity, and that's who you are, and you're going through it. With so many key components, you're talking about not only just losing guys, but you lose your point guard, or you lose your 2 captains. You lose, a guy like a Yo-Yo early on who was supposed to be a focal point of score. You lose guys like Dejan, who was a senior leader, in our toughest guy on the perimeter. So you lose those things, you lose your identity, and this is about the 5th or 6th variation of this team, and say, hey, this is who we are. Positionally and schematically and all those type of things, and I think it's just we're at that stage now where it's fight or flight. Like this is all we are, all we got, and this is who it is, and don't look over your shoulder. We're gonna do this together, and everyone's bought in.
You mentioned that mentality. How would you characterize just you guys embracing the sense of urgency, knowing you guys need to win to get in?
Yeah, I don't think we talk about it all the time, but we don't want to be the guy that's looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. I said, just keep your head down and keep digging. That guy's going to get there first. And so, that's kind of our mentality. We don't really talk about, too far in advance. And so we want to be good till the next media timeout in Northern Illinois. That's where my head is right now. We want to win that 20-16 on Tuesday, and then my job right now is to figure out how to do that, and that's what we're trying to instill our players. Let's just be good the next possession.
He obviously has been a walking bucket in recent weeks. What makes him so special, especially dealing with an injury as well?
He's a perfect fit for what we do. We love attacking guards like that, and we put him in space. But he gets to finish a lot of the plays. He had 7 assists on against Eastern, setting those shooters up, and those guys go 4 for 4, 3 for 5. This game they say, okay, we're not going to take away shooters. Well, then he's going to get 26. And it's because you have the shooters around him. You have weapons, guys like Marcus that people are keying on. If you leave Jemai, or he's such a good roller out of ball screen. So it's all connected. He gets some of the points for all this because he's a special player and he's finishing. But it's kind of the whole system helps him, and the other guys being good at what their roles are really helps. So, someone decides next game that, hey, we'll help out of this corner, that guy's going to have his turn. So it's a fun group because of that.
Senior day here. Can you just talk about the impact that the seniors on this team have had?
Yeah, start with the Marcus and Dejan. Walked today, and Dejan is kind of a heart and soul guy, toughness. He's brings that grit, that fire. Taking charges, diving on the floor, making timely shots. Going into this game, he was number 1 in the MAC in 3-point shooting. He's been a warrior for us. A lot of guys would have packed it in. He was hurt for 3 months, and he lays it on the line and says, I'm coming back to help this team, and thank goodness he did. And Marcus Johnson is comes in, and it's hard. You're making a leap from Division II to Division I, and he's thrust into a role with all the injuries that he's had to probably play a lot out of position, play a ton of minutes, do a lot of different things out of necessity, and he's been nothing short of spectacular with that, and he's such a fun weapon to you move all over the floor, and we're very thankful for both of those guys.
Coach.
Have a great weekend.